Hello students, in last class we discussed up to close packing, structures of solids in 3 dimensions, types of voids and numerical problems based on voids. After that, very important concept, one of the very important concept in solid state, packing efficiency of solids. So in the packing efficiency, three important derivations are there, very important, that three derivations. So out of three derivations, every year in PU exam, one question they are asking for 3 marks. One question they are asking for 3 marks. Very important. Just like in chemical kinetics, we studied some derivations. Rate constant for first order, rate constant for zero order, half-life for first order, half-life for zero order. Like that, in solid state, three derivations are there. In final question paper, in 27th question, out of three derivations, one derivation they are asking for 3 marks. Very important. In the derivations, some shortcut formulas will come. Based on that shortcut formulas, in final NEET and JEE exam, numerical problems they are asking. Very important, that packing efficiency derivations. Now we will discuss about that packing efficiency of solids. So first of all, before going to the derivations, what is meant by packing efficiency? What is meant by packing efficiency? Or one more small definition, packing fraction. Packing efficiency or packing fraction. So this definition important for 1 mark. Sometimes rarely they are asking in PUC what is meant by packing efficiency. What is meant by packing efficiency means, after that I will discuss the definition. Now I am considering one crystalline solid. So in any crystalline solid, all the constituent particles, according to last class, we assumed as a hard spheres. So in any crystalline solid, all the constituent particles, so-called spheres, are closely packed like this. All the constant particles, nothing but spheres, are closely packed according to last concept. Even though they are closely packed, in the total space, full space is not occupied by the spheres. Here some empty space is there, here also empty space, here also empty space, here also empty space, here also empty space. That means even though they are closely packed, full space is not occupied by the spheres. Some empty spaces are there. That empty spaces, in last class we studied, are also known as voids or holes. That means in any crystalline solid, full space is not occupied by the constant particles. Full space, 100% space is not occupied by the constituent particles. Now, what is meant by packing efficiency means, the percentage of total space occupied by the constant particles. In the total space, this is the total space or total volume. In the total space or total volume, how much space is occupied by the constituent particles? That is nothing but packing efficiency. So what is meant by packing efficiency means, the percentage of total space or volume. The percentage of total space occupied by the constituent particles. The percentage of total space occupied by the constituent particles. These constituent particles also known as spheres. The percentage of total space occupied by the constant particles known as packing efficiency. Or Coming to the packing fraction. Efficiency means always we should consider percentage. Efficiency means percentage. Packing fraction means the name itself gives the answer. The fraction of total space. Same definition. In place of percentage, just you have to put fraction. The fraction of total space occupied by the constituent particles. Particles are nothing but spheres, known as, same definition, packing fraction. Known as packing fraction. Same definition. A small change. In place of percentage, just put fraction. So what is meant by packing fraction? The fraction of total space occupied by the constituent particles, known as packing fraction. Same definition, just in place of percentage put fraction. Now, packing fraction formula. So in the total space or total volume, how much fraction is occupied? Therefore here, volume occupied by the spheres, separately we will write otherwise. Packing fraction equal to volume occupied by the spheres. Spheres are nothing but constant particles. Volume occupied by the spheres in the unit cell. So unit cell is nothing but, already we discussed, the smallest repeating part of crystal lattice is known as unit cell. Volume occupied by the spheres in the unit cell by total volume of unit cell. So packing fraction means in the total volume of unit cell, how much volume occupied by the spheres, that is known as packing fraction. It is in the form of fraction. In the total volume or total space, in the total volume of unit cell, how much volume occupied by the spheres, that is known as packing fraction. Now, packing efficiency. Packing efficiency is nothing but percentage. Hence, same formula multiplied by 100. Packing efficiency means always percentage. The percentage of total space occupied by the spheres. Therefore, same formula. Volume occupied by the spheres in the unit cell. Volume occupied by the spheres in the unit cell divided by total volume of unit cell. Into 100. Why we have to multiply with 100? Packing efficiency. Efficiency means percentage. Here a small note you should remember. Packing efficiency is nothing but, this is nothing but packing fraction. This is nothing but what? Packing fraction. Packing fraction into 100. This note you should remember. Packing efficiency is nothing but packing fraction into 100. So this is about definition of packing efficiency. Anyhow, definition not important. Based on that definition, derivations are there. That derivations very, very important for both PU and objective exam. Derivation of packing efficiency. Derivation of packing efficiency of FCC. Very, very important. FCC full form, face centered cubic lattice. Full form also you should remember, face centered cubic lattice. Derivation of packing efficiency of FCC or CCP. CCP full form, cubic close packing. CCP, cubic close packing. Derivation of packing efficiency of FCC or CCP. So this derivation is very important for PU. Based on the derivation, some formulas will come that we are using in objective exam. First of all, you should remember that fundamental point, FCC and CCP both are same. In last class also we studied FCC, another name CCP. Face centered cubic, nothing but cubic close packing. Now for this FCC, we have to calculate packing efficiency. That means in the FCC lattice, how much percentage of space is filled by the constant particles we have to calculate. So in order to calculating the packing efficiency of FCC, now we are considering the FCC unit cell. We have to consider FCC unit cell. Now I am drawing the FCC unit cell. All these are cubic unit cells. Now in FCC, in the beginning we studied location of constant particles. In FCC, constant particles, whatever may be the type of unit cell, first of all constant particles present at corners. Therefore in FCC, 8 particles are present at 8 corners. In addition to corners, FCC means constant particles present at corners and center of the face. 6 center of the faces. Therefore we have to show 8 constituent particles, nothing but spheres. Constant particles we are assuming as a spheres. Therefore 8 spheres we have to show at 8 corners and 6 spheres we have to show at 6 face centers. If we are showing 8 spheres and 6 spheres, the diagram is a complicated diagram. Hence, in order to derive, for us one side is enough. That's why I am considering only one side. Therefore, this side I am considering. So in FCC lattice, this is the FCC. Constant particles present at 8 corners. Just for derivation purpose, I am considering this side. So 2 corners and 1 center of the face. So constant particles we are assuming as the hard spheres like this. Constant particles we are assuming as a hard spheres. So in any solid, all the constant particles are closely packed. That's why these 3 spheres we have to show in a close packing. So this is FCC arrangement. One side enough. If we will show all 8 corners and 6 faces, diagram is a complicated diagram. Now, for derivation purpose, I am considering let R be the radius of sphere. Radius of sphere. So this is a one sphere. Radius of sphere is R. So this is R, radius of sphere. R. So R is the radius of the sphere and A be the edge length. A is the edge length. For derivation purpose, R we are considering as the radius and A is the edge length. Edge length means this A. This is also on edge A. So A is edge length, R is the radius. For derivation purpose, this right angle triangle I am considering ABC. So ABC is the right angle triangle. So this is the FCC arrangement. So again I am considering FCC. FCC means constant particles present at corners. For derivation purpose, 2 corners enough and 1 center of the face. R is the radius of the sphere and A is the edge length. Now from right angle triangle ABC, Apply Pythagoras theorem, complete derivation. According to Pythagoras theorem, AC square, hypotenuse square equal to sum of side squares. From right angle triangle ABC, AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. AB square plus BC square. So according to Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square equal to sum of side squares. AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. Now, this AC square, just for derivation purpose, this full length I am considering as a small b. Full length I am considering as small b, where b stands for face diagonal. B stands for face diagonal. Face diagonal means it is the diagonal which is passing through the center of the face. So this is a one diagonal, joins two corners and passes through the center of the face. So let B is the face diagonal. Face diagonal. Again I am repeating, face diagonal means the line which is passing through the center of the face and connects two corners. So face diagonal, this is face diagonal. If you are joined like this, this is also face diagonal. So B is called face diagonal. Face diagonal means the line which is passing through the center of the face and connects two corners. B is the face diagonal. Therefore AC is nothing but face diagonal. Therefore AC square is nothing but what? B square. In place of AC, B have written down B square equal to AB square is nothing but A square plus BC square is nothing but A square, or B square equal to 2A square, or B equal to root 2A. Very important, this shortcut formula for objective exam. B equal to root 2A, where B stands for face diagonal. Sometimes in objective exam, edge length they will give and they will ask calculate face diagonal. Direct shortcut formula, the given value multiplied by root 2. Say it is equation number 1. This is known as face diagonal. Face diagonal. So very important for objective exam. This is the shortcut formula. Again from the diagram, now complete mathematical derivation from the diagram or from the figure. If you are considering B value, B is equal to how many R's? 1 R, 2, 3, 4. So from the figure, B is nothing but 4R. So from the figure, B is nothing but in terms of radius, B is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4. R plus R plus R plus R, 4R. Say it is equation number 2. From 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, so left hand sides are equal, hence compare right hand side. 4R equal to root 2A. 4R equal to root 2A. We have to separate edge length A for derivation purpose. A equal to 4R by root 2. 4R by root 2. Or 2 root 2. 4 can be rewritten as 2 into 2R by root 2. Therefore, how many times gets cancelled? Root 2 times gets cancelled. Therefore, 2 root 2 R. So, edge length A equal to 2 root 2 R. Sometimes in objective exam, for FCC radius they will give and edge length they will ask. Hence, direct shortcut formula you should remember. For FCC, relation between edge length and radius, A equal to what? 2 root 2 R. After completion of all the three derivations, all the shortcut formulas I will give at one place. So A equal to 2 root 2 R. Now, after separating A, here A we separate. After separating A, immediately you can calculate total volume of unit cell. Now, total volume of unit cell. So all the three unit cells are what shape? Cubic shape. Cube shape. We are having cubical unit cells in our syllabus. So unit cell shape is cube shape. Volume of cube what? Length into breadth into height. A into A into A cube. So volume of unit cell formula A cube. A into A into A. Total volume of the unit cell cube shape, volume is A cube. That equal to A value what? 2 root 2 R whole cube. Again I am repeating, total volume of unit cell is A cube. Whatever may be the type of unit cell, whether it is a FCC or BCC or simple cube, all are cube shape, hence volume is A cube. A is nothing but 2 root 2 R whole cube. 2 root 2 R whole cube. So 2 cube means otherwise 2 root 2. Therefore here I am writing total volume of unit cell equal to 2 cube, 2 into 2 into 2, 8 into root 2 whole cube, root 2 into root 2, 2, 2 root 2 R cube, that equal to 8 into 2, 16 root 2 R cube. This is total volume of unit cell. 2 cube 8, root 2 whole cube, root 2 into root 2, 2, 2 root 2 R cube. Therefore 8 into 2, 16 root 2 R cube. Now since in FCC number of particles are nothing but spheres. Particles are nothing but spheres. In FCC number of particles per unit cell equal to 4 particles. 4 particles are nothing but 4 spheres. So in FCC number of particles per unit cell equal to 4. Particles are nothing but spheres. Therefore volume occupied by four spheres in FCC. So again I am repeating, in the beginning we practice in FCC per unit cell 4 spheres, for BCC 2, for simple cube 1. Volume occupied by 4 spheres. We know that sphere volume, one sphere volume formula what? 4 by 3 pi r cube. So volume of sphere, each sphere volume 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 spheres are there. 4 spheres volume how much? Therefore 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. So again I am repeating, in FCC 4 spheres are there per unit cell. 4 into volume of sphere 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 into 4, 16 pi r cube by 3. This is volume occupied by 4 spheres. Next, last step. Now packing efficiency. If you will practice first derivation, remaining derivations are easy. Packing efficiency formula what? Volume occupied by the spheres by total volume of unit cell. So here packing efficiency is nothing but volume occupied by 4 spheres, because in FCC per unit cell how many spheres? 4. Volume occupied by 4 spheres in the unit cell. Volume occupied by 4 spheres in the unit cell divided by total volume of unit cell . 4 spheres in the unit cell. So packing efficiency formula already in the beginning we wrote volume occupied by the spheres. In FCC how many spheres are there? 4. Volume occupied by 4 spheres in the unit cell by total volume of unit cell. Out of total volume of unit cell, how much volume occupied by 4 spheres? That is nothing but packing efficiency. In FCC 4 spheres are there. Packing efficiency is nothing but percentage. Therefore multiplied with 100. Volume occupied by 4 spheres what? 4 into 4, 16 by 3 pi r cube divided by total volume of unit cell what? 16 root 2 r cube. So therefore 16 gets cancelled. R cube also gets cancelled into 100. So 16 gets cancelled. R cube also gets cancelled. Therefore what you will get? Pi by R cube gets cancelled. 16 gets cancelled. 3 root 2 pi by 3 root 2 into 100. After that, if you are calculating pi value 3.14, pi value 3.14 by 3 into root 2 value 1.414. After that, if you are calculating, you will get here this value is 0.74 into 100. 0.74 into 100 is nothing but what? 74 percentage. Therefore, FCC packing efficiency is how much? 74 percentage. This 0.74 is known as packing fraction. Packing fraction. This 0.74 is nothing but packing fraction. So pi by 3 root 2 into 100. So 74 percentage. So again I am repeating, very important. Packing efficiency. Packing efficiency means the percentage of total space filled by the particles. So first of all, total volume of unit cell you should calculate. What is the total volume? 16 root 2 r cube. In FCC per unit cell how many spheres are there? 4 spheres. Volume of 4 spheres 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Therefore 16 by 3 pi r cube by 16 root 2 r cube. R cube gets cancelled. 16 gets cancelled. Pi by 3 root 2. Packing efficiency means into 100. Pi by 3 root 2, after that if you are calculating, you will get 0.74 into 100, 74 percentage. So in FCC, packing efficiency 74 percentage means out of total space, only 74 percentage space is occupied by the spheres. Remaining 26 percentage is empty space, nothing but voids. So this is about packing efficiency. Here a small note you should remember. Note 1. Packing efficiency for FCC, packing efficiency is 74 percentage. That is 74 percentage space is occupied. 74 percentage space is occupied by the constituent particles, and remaining 26 percentage space is empty space. Space is empty, nothing but voids or gaps. Next, note 2. In FCC, packing fraction. Packing fraction is nothing but what? Packing fraction is 0.74. Packing fraction value 0.74. Packing efficiency means into 100. And one more note. This is important. Both FCC another name CCP. FCC another name CCP. Both FCC and HCP. HCP full form. In last class we taught hexagonal close packing. Hexagonal close packing. Both FCC and HCP are equally efficient. Equally efficient. So anyhow in our syllabus, HCP packing efficiency not in our syllabus. So for FCC what efficiency is there? Same efficiency for HCP. So both FCC and HCP are equally efficient. Therefore, packing efficiency of HCP also 74. Packing efficiency of HCP also 74 percentage. FCC and HCP are equally efficient. HCP packing efficiency not in our syllabus, it will comes in higher standard. FCC 74, HCP also 74. So this is about packing efficiency of FCC. Next, second one, BCC. Derivation of packing efficiency of BCC. All these three are very important. Derivation of packing efficiency of BCC. BCC full form body centered cubic. Body centered cubic lattice. So this is also very very important. Out of 3, anyone they are asking. So before going through the derivation, first of all we have to draw the BCC structure. So all these are cube shape. First of all we have to draw the cube. In BCC, constant particle is located at corners and center of the body. So here just I am considering 2 corners and 1 center of the body. For simple derivation purpose, 2 corners. Actually we should consider 8 corners. We have to consider 8 corners. But just for derivation purpose, any 2 corners are enough and center of the body. 2 corners and 1 center of the body. Like this. All the spheres should contact with each other because close packing. In the solids, all the atoms are closely packed. Now, these 3 centers we have to join. This line is called body diagonal. This line is called body diagonal. Why it is called body diagonal?